Losing a spouse, it's not something we like to think about. But if you are nearing retirement or in retirement, it's absolutely critical for you to prepare yourself for that possibility. Here to help us do that are Abe Ashton and Nick Strobelt of Ashton Strobelt. They are known as Southern Nevada's retirement brothers, and they join us constantly on the blend to help. Well, you're here to educate us on the matters of retirement, so welcome back. We could use
always here to end the show on a high note. Let's talk about death.
Yeah, I know.
We had puppies, we had magicians, we even had facials, but now it's time to talk about death.
Sometimes losing a spouse is by choice, and you want to get rid of them. In this case, this is not by choice.
Honey, we're just going to go for a drive in the desert. 20 miles on this dirt road.
You'll love it.
Trust me.
But it's so much fun for you.
This is a turn in a person's life, though. The surviving spouse, it's financially devastating.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's actually one of the most important parts of our job. It's not necessarily the funnest part of our job, but it's one that we pride ourselves in taking care of our clients and the surviving spouse very well. And we have this happen, it seems like every week we have someone come in, because we've been in business for so long that we're watching folks through a full retirement cycle. And then whether it's a surprise or just old age, this is something that's inevitably coming. And typically, Sean, as you know, we men tend to die first. Which is only fair, right? Women should have some time away from us. If you had to live with a man, you would want to die first too, right? So anyway, the point
Very
is,
eloquently put.
Thank you. I think you deserve it. But the bottom line is, this first step when we're talking about surviving spouses is making sure that the income streams need to continue on, right? And a lot of people were surprised how many people come in during their planning and they don't know if they have a survival benefit for their pension, or how much Social Security will continue on, or how they're going to actually generate monthly income after the death of the first spouse. So that's a big part of the plan right away.
You've seen examples of this in your practice over the years.
We've seen examples of people coming in and having no idea. Because it's not fun to talk about. We joke about it for a second, but you almost have to have a little bit of levity in the conversation to get people to open up and have a conversation about this important step or this important phase. But how often do you go out on a sweet romantic date with your sweetheart and say, honey, let's go out to dinner, nice, dress up, and we're going to talk about when one of us dies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not fun. I mean, who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that.
It's an inevitability that should be talked about.
It's an inevitability, and it has to be discussed. And so sometimes the easiest thing to do is to come in and sit with Nick and I and have somebody else at the table to have that conversation with you. That way it's not thinking about, oh, you're going to be gone sometime soon, honey. It's having an actual practical conversation about it.
The planning is so important, and I know I always bring up my mom when I'm talking to you guys, because she is in that phase of life. My dad passed away 4 years ago, but you can't account for the emotional intensity of losing a spouse also. So it makes it harder to deal with financial matters.
Because it all happens at the same time.
It does.
When the spouse dies, you're faced with all these financial decisions you have to make right away, and you're dealing with that emotion, and it's just an impossible situation to deal with. And the people that we've seen have the most success in that scenario, like Abe said, they had some preparation. They knew where their bank accounts were. They knew the passwords to get into certain basic accounts. They knew where they were. And those basic things are so important to both to be on the same page when that time comes.
Absolutely. When it comes to life insurance, what do you do there?
You have some.
Okay.
Yes. You want the long answer or you like the long answer or the short answer? It depends on your situation, right? When we're talking about life insurance, of course, the goal is to be able to self-insure and not pay a premium to a third party.
Of course.
But if it's important for you to replace an income, let's say you chose to have a benefit for your pension income, assuming you had a pension, right?
Hilarious.
Right, exactly. There's a fun joke of the day. But let's say you had a pension, you chose no survivor benefit for your spouse. It would be important for you to use some of that income to pay for a whole life insurance policy to make sure there would be a chunk of money at your death to replace the income that your spouse would not get from your pension. And some people will do that because if they said, hey, you're going to get $2,500 a month of a pension if you have a full survivor benefit for your spouse, but you'll have a $3,000 a month benefit if you have no survivor benefit for your spouse. And so take that $500 difference and buy a life insurance policy or some piece of it, which then covers the survival benefit for the spouse. But it's one of those things that when people come in, we can show them the numbers. how much life insurance could you get? Is it important? Or should you just take the spousal survivor benefit?
Yeah. No, and the other thing is, I mean, you shouldn't be preparing to essentially hit the lottery when your spouse dies. This isn't like, hey, I'm going to make millions. This is enough to get.
If you're a woman and your husband dies, every woman hits the lottery, right?
Oh my goodness.
Wow, we're not that bad.
I mean, come on. No, but the point is you can't plan on those things. And Nick brought up a great point. The thing is, when you're in an emotional state, when you have that death that has just occurred, if you've already made those decisions on the front end, when you're thinking clearly, when you've already planned, that makes it makes the ability to mourn and grieve and be with family that much easier because you're not worried about the money.
It's the final gift that you can give your loved one. Done.
We couldn't have said it better.
Can I get the copyright department on that? I think
get
you're
on
make
that.
some money on that.
Really quickly, you have a special offer.
Yeah, we do have a special offer. I have no idea what it is.
We're
It's so
we're
special.
offering-
It's so special that Nick's in charge of it.
Definitely. It's a consultation. If you have questions and you want to get prepared for retirement and what happens to the spouse, come call our office and we'll sit down with you and do a complimentary consultation and show you the steps that the most successful retirees have taken to prepare themselves
Yeah, if
for
you're
that
not
scenario.
100% confident that you know what those survivor benefits look like in your own retirement plan, let us go through it with you and we'll show you where you're at.
Yeah.
Real quick, Abe, you ran a marathon about a month ago. What was the
I
most
still have purple
difficult?
toenails.
Oh no.
Thank you for that. Go ahead.
What was the most difficult mile?
23.
Ooh.
Mile 23 and 24. That's when I hated everyone around me.
Well, I'm glad you're not running anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great
Thanks,
having
you
you
guys.
guys. Thank you so much. If what we talked about today resonated with you at all, you got to take action now. Frankly, it's going to happen to all of us, so make sure you get prepared for the potential loss of yourself or a spouse. Call the number on your screen right now to take advantage of their offer. Anyone that calls right now will receive a complimentary consultation with the Retirement Brothers, and their number to call is right there on your screen. You can also learn more about Ashton Strobel by visiting their website, ashtonstrobel.com. We'll be back.